The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, Episode 2 of Northern War. I was gonna say Northern War Episode 2, actually. Anyway, we are here to continue the story of the Northern War and hopefully learn what happened, what truly happened in the Northern War. Caught glimpses of what truly happened that day, or that week, or that year. We don't really know how long the Northern War was exactly. Last time, in Episode 1, we were introduced to the North Ambrian state and some of its people. Essentially, they made it seem that the Northern Jaegers are, I guess you could say, heroes in North Ambria. And in general, they just made everything seem like these people are good people. I'm sure they are. A lot of them are. But ultimately, they've only shown the good side of the Northern Jaegers so far. From the games, which I have played, we've learned that while they do have good intentions, they really only, most of the time, care about North Ambria. A lot of the Northern Jaegers, they just work as mercenaries to bring back supplies and whatever they can to help North Ambria. Like, yeah, they help North Ambria, but like, they're still mercenaries. But yeah, last episode we were introduced to Lavi, I believe, and some other characters. Most likely the main bad guy? I don't remember his name. The guy with the dirt green and sky blue colored hair. And essentially at the end of that episode, they revealed that Crossbell state had just been annexed by Erebonia. I guess we'll see what the reaction is going to be. Now, before we get started, I want to talk about something. You may notice there's I guess you could call it a watermark on the episode right over here. This is because I cannot, unfortunately, do it the same way that I do my Chainsaw Man reaction series. Because I had so much trouble uploading the first episode of this. I had to upload this like 8 times. The first episode of Northern War, I had to upload that video 8 times, or 7 or 8 times. And that was because content ID claims legitimately just blocked the entire video. And the most annoying thing about it was, I don't mind going back and like putting a watermark on stuff and re-rendering and uploading it. I don't mind doing it like once or twice. But 8 times? Fuck that. Essentially what happened was YouTube, after I've already, uploaded the video, YouTube is like, hey, this part at 17 to 18 minutes is claimed by content ID claim this and that and this and that, right? YouTube says, oh, it's 17 to 18. And I'm like, okay, just a random part of the episode? Like, I checked it out and there was nothing unique about that part. And so I was like, okay, I mean, maybe it's just some weird random shit. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to editing and then cut that part out or like cut it up more. I did so, re-rendered again, and then uploaded it again, and then what happened? Oh, we have an ID claim on 11 to 12. Okay, fine. Edited, rendered, uploaded. Oh, content ID claim on 5 minutes to 7 minutes. And I'm like, why don't you just tell me every frame of the fucking episode that I'm putting in is gonna be claimed? No, we can't have that. We're gonna tell you every single time you upload it, certain parts of the video are being claimed by content ID. It's like, fuck off. And the thing is, it wasn't like it was looking through the video and then saw content ID claim at like 5 minutes to 7 minutes. Then I fixed that, then it says 11 to 12, then I fixed that, then it says 15 to 17. No, it literally started with 17 to 18, like at the end of the video basically. And then it went to 11 to 12 and then 5 to 6. After like the 4th or 5th time, I was like, I'm just gonna put the watermark on the entire fucking episode. That's essentially why I can't show the episode at all without a watermark. I mean, it is what it is. Otherwise, I just can't upload the video. It's blocked instantly. So I hope, it's not too big of a deal. You guys, if you're watching this, you should be watching the episode first anyway, considering how much I cut out. But in any case, enough ranting. Let us just get into it, shall we?
Someone I'd like to introduce you to today.
Osborne, baby.
Who played a pivotal role in bringing Erebonia's civil war to its swift conclusion.
Rufus?
Quite literally.
I'm predicting he's gonna call out Rufus because this exact scene was at the end of Trails of Cold Steel 2.
The historic accomplishments that draw army to this podium would have been
Literally, this exact scene was in the game.
impossible without his crucial
Oh, this is
efforts.
so weird. It's so weird.
It is my great pleasure.
I will say, Osborne has been done dirty here. Like, dirty. Very dirty. They did my boy dirty. Well, he's not really my boy, but, you know, I definitely think they kinda did him dirty. He looks like his face is way too, like, cylindrical. It is what it do.
The first Governor General of Crossbell, Lord Rufus Albarea.
Shall I?
Thank you
Hang
all
on.
for this warm reception. Your kindness is humbling. I stand here determined to prove myself worthy of serving you all as
Yeah, they definitely got the same voice actor,
Crossbell's first Governor General in
which is
this
why
new
what I
house.
like to see.
And so, in His Imperial Majesty Emperor Eugen III's name, I hereby proclaim Crossbell shall be annexed into the Erebonian Empire henceforth.
Let her embrace this
Oh,
alliance.
Altina.
Her blessing and prosperity.
Altina and Lecter both. Oh, Reen, my boy. Reen, my boy. Reen, my boy. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to see that scene at all. You see Lavi practicing her aim, I guess.
We're worried these are signs that things are going to get even worse.
We need you Northern Jaegers to pick up the slack!
And in turn, Crossbell State has been annexed by the Erebonian Empire.
Indeed it has.
Right, Lavi and Winslet?
Okay, so her name, I noticed this in editing last episode, but her name is Lavian, Lavi for short. They seem to be in some sort of
Hey, Lavi!
training camp.
Instructor, can you teach me to shoot like that?
Any advice you have would
Oh,
be
she's
great.
an instructor now.
Master Glark, we're about to begin. As you wish, sir. Allow me.
Who the fuck is this woman?
It's quite astounding. They pushed back the Calvin Republic with surprising speed.
Allow me to introduce our key players. The Imperial government's highest appointed official, despite his common birth. The Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. The first Governor General of Crossbell, Rufus Albarea. It's safe to say the Empire has embraced expansionism. Their plan has quite obviously entered the stages of execution.
You mean the unification of Western Zemeria?
I mean, you know, they keep saying, it's like a unification of the whole place, but we know better. I'm sure there's some sort of phantasmal blaze plan going on.
Then don't let it come as a surprise if we become their next target.
Boulder Dash.
On the contrary, let's say the
What did he
Empire
say?
launches
What did
an
he
invasion.
say?
Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash. Boulder Dash.
On the contrary, let's say the Empire launches an invasion. The holy city of Arteria might reconsider its
She is way too well designed to be a side character. We already know she's gonna be, she's looking like the true mastermind here.
ties.
Are you truly suggesting they would abandon us? Discussing hypotheticals is a waste of time. The political relationship between the Empire and North Ambria is that of a long-standing friendship.
Feeling confident, aren't we? It's apparent that you've been kissing the boots of every political neighbor surrounding us, not just the Empire.
It's no surprise the new recruits worship you, Instructor.
Why's that?
Well, it was only a few months ago you were training alongside them, weren't you? But here you are and promoted to the Corps before anybody else.
Besides, I missed the last shot.
Yeah, you poor thing.
Who the fuck is this girl?
Lavi, who's the greatest little soldier?
Why are you here? Please don't tell me you bailed
What
on
the
me.
hell is in his hair? Like, legitimately, what is that? What is that? What is that? Please, someone, get that shit out of his hair. I think you have cancer, mate. I legitimately, like, if your hair is turning that color, I feel like you gotta see a doctor.
That's a lot of weapons and ammo. Things are really starting to heat up, aren't they?
Ivano and Tak.
You mean Rogan? He only
Oh
spoke
yeah,
to me once.
Rogan.
I'm sick of it. All I'm interested in is returning to duty. And once I'm there, I'll finally be able to prove I'm more than strong enough to take on the Empire.
Lavi, sweetie,
Yep.
you are hilarious.
As I mentioned, holy shit, we're already so far in the episode. Holy, what the fuck? I was gonna say that as I mentioned in episode 1, it seems like Lavi is going to go down this kind of like, I believe the Erebonian Empire is bad and they are evil and I will fight them, and then slowly realizes that probably Rogan, one of the leaders of the Northern Jaegers and in general North Ambria, is like probably quite like a war-hungry douchebag himself. I wouldn't be surprised.
Why not relax a little?
Because I can't let up while there's still work to be done.
Come on. They say that one teaches others, they too are learning, or something like that.
If you're such a fan of teaching, then maybe you should give it a shot. Let's settle the score with these. Maybe then you'll understand how serious I am, Talion.
Sounds good to me.
The country has been in poverty ever since the North Ambrian disaster. In fact, it seems to be growing poorer by the day.
Good point. We
I wonder, because, you know, we obviously suspect that the Northumbrian disaster, the Salt Pillar disaster, was premeditated, right? And caused by someone or something. I wonder if it was part of the plan, even though it's a little bit far-fetched considering it happened like 26 years ago. But if it was somehow part of the plan, you know, to have essentially Northumbria weakened and then taken over later on, maybe. Maybe I'm thinking too far into this, but, you know.
Northumbria is a powder keg waiting to explode, and there are more than enough sparks available to set off the blaze. For enough Mira, it would betray its allies. Even if it meant siding with the Republic, the Empire knows better than to leave a state like that alone.
You would do well to keep your mouth shut, Jaeger!
But yeah, like, I mean, what he said was true, right? It's like I said, how the Northern Jaegers essentially go with the highest bidder, most of the time anyway.
The ones that truly pay for this lavish life of yours are the soldiers bleeding on the battlefield.
They're actually fighting, wow. I thought they would be having, both the same weapon, like that one dagger or something. Giant sword, great sword versus two very swift daggers, so I mean, not really a good matchup, I'm not gonna lie. Also, like, is Lavi's main weapon daggers, or... I mean, it suits her, I guess, but like, she did pretty well with the big-ass sword against the, monkey monster. What is he doing? Hesitating?
Lavi wins.
Does he like her?
Shake his butt like that.
Is that it?
Typical. He's as soft as ever.
Indeed.
All except for Clark. That man is our sole surviving revolutionary hero, and the shining star of North Ambria State. We'd be
So I'm guessing, okay, Clark, he was the redhead guy in that, like, flashback picture that I talked about last time, I think.
As asset if Master Clark is not at the forefront
You
of...
are completely wrong. That line of thinking is what's driving this country straight into the ground. I'd say we launch a preemptive strike on the Empire.
That's kind of a very risky move, not gonna lie. Excessive, you might even say. So what the fuck happened here?
Meant for a place like this. I'm enlisting in the Northern Jaegers. I'm just not cut out for this life.
Her mother?
I promise. I will save Northumbria.
Supervisor Marty, requesting to use Enigma. That wasn't nice. Couldn't you wake me gently?
Enigma? Enigma. Sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Are you alright?
I'm borrowing this.
Hold on. What are you gonna do?
Sniper lady. Yeah, shoot her? Oh. I was gonna say.
That's another win for yours truly.
You want a preemptive attack on the Empire? All we'll accomplish is waking a sleeping lion.
Pretty
More
much.
importantly, the Imperial Army holds an unknown singularity. Or have you forgotten? After all, that intel was brought forward courtesy of none other than your very own recon squad.
There are signs
Singularity? Wait, hang on.
Holds an unknown singularity.
Unknown singularity? Huh? Not sure what they mean by singularity.
But in spite of everything being stacked in its favor, the Republic was left with no choice but to retreat. Why was that? It was the arrival of an unknown soldat. The Empire's heroes swooped in and saved the day.
Valamar, the Ashen Knight! Yes, Serene, my boy.
If this Imperial hero were to attack Haliask, one can only imagine the ramifications. You should all think carefully, as your next choice may well decide if North Ambria will rise or fall.
I mean, it's gonna fall. Let's be honest. We already know that's gonna happen, but it is what it is. It be what it do.
We wait and see.
I mean, I feel like in this situation, you should still take countermeasures. Try to, like, I guess send people to recon and gather intelligence. If you recognize that an attack is coming, then I would say, like, maybe take a preemptive strike, but otherwise, I don't know. There's not much you can do, really. If you have, like, a nation that is so much more powerful than you, what are you gonna do, you know? The only other thing you can do, I guess, is hope to get other nations on your side to help defend you. That's about it. I do wonder who's controlling the driver here.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Driver's still inside the vehicle. Go on.
You want me to?
They're gonna blow it up. That's not really how that works. But, you know, okay. I'm gonna just let it slide because you get what they were trying to do, but like, I don't think shooting the tower randomly and then the entire tower just starts falling from the base here. I mean, okay, fine, you know, like, I get what they were trying to do, but again, they could probably do a lot better here, just in general. This is a little hard to believe, but okay. And then the top just falls off? How does that happen? Yeah, I feel like they definitely, this scene was a little weird here. Definitely could have done better here.
There's no way that actually worked.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, so the car was trying to go and blow up their meeting? Was that the point? Someone was controlling the guy and then the car to drive it into their, like, meeting house or something? Guess it was like a theater house or something?
A written apology ain't gonna be enough.
Unfortunately for you, a certain counselor is giving me no small amount of pressure to have you dismissed.
But it's thanks to Lavi that nobody was injured. That counts for something, right?
And without her quick response, Haliask might have suffered damage too.
You wouldn't have called us all the way here just
Who?
to dismiss
Wait, what?
us.
What? Who? Hang on.
You've had your fun, Jaina.
Jaina?
Alright? You wouldn't have called us all the way here just to dismiss us.
Supervisor!
That's our boss!
Tell her, Talion.
Oh, right. After inspecting the military vehicle and its driver, they both show signs of falling prey to external attack.
External attack, they say? I suppose it's possible. You know, like, we have all kinds of arts and stuff and effects. So, like, confusion or charm. Whatever the fuck.
Lavian, you should know that someone else was a little concerned about your well-being. Your mission is going to be infiltrating the Empire.
Oh?
We need you to go out there and obtain information on the mystery threat, the supposed hero of the Empire.
Seriously? I heard even Rogan's squad had problems with that thing.
Wait, I know what's happening. Lavi won't be allowed to come back without intel.
No way. They can't possibly put that on a rookie's shoulders.
I know you can complete this mission. In fact, I believe you're the only one capable of it.
I will accept this mission.
Wait, you will?
I had a feeling she was gonna say yes.
You know, you three are going with her.
What?
Then here is your first task. You are to take part in a celebratory party.
Did you say party?
Alright. It's already fucking over. It's so annoying. Now this show's episodes go by very fast. It seems like Lavi and the group there was, or is going to be sent to Erebonia undercover to get close, find out more about the Hero of Erebonia, which is very interesting. I mean, it makes sense, you know, they don't really know much about Valimar, the Ashen Knight, or Reen, my boy Reen. We definitely, I wrote down a lot of the names that we kind of got introduced to more in this one. I did not get, I forgot to write down the girl's name, the sniper girl, but I'm sure we'll hear her name again later on in the other episodes. I wrote down, like, for instance, Rogan, right? The general. And as well as Jaina, the white-haired lady. Those two, I feel like Rogan is going to be the obvious bad guy, and then Jaina is going to be the actual secret mastermind behind everything. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaina has connections to Ouroboros, but, you know, whatever. Just my opinion, just my prediction. She has that feeling, she has that aura, you know? But otherwise, I mean, definitely looking forward to seeing more of her. I don't know really how much we're gonna see of her, but I'm sure, you know, as the Northern War is gonna get started, the war is gonna come to them in North Ambria. I don't really know how close Lavi and the group is going to get to the Hero of Erebonia, but I'm interested to know how much of an impact this story, this Northern War story, anime I guess, is gonna, how much of an impact that's gonna have in Trails 3 and 4. Right now I'm kind of still early in Trails of Cold Steel 3, which takes place a year after the Northern War here. I'm wondering if Lavi is gonna like show up later on in the games. Who knows? Maybe. I don't think they would like kill her off, but we'll see. Lavi got promoted to instructor apparently. She's still 15. We confirmed that one, and I don't really know if they're making a good decision here by sending Lavi to get information on Reen, basically, the Hero of Erebonia. Mainly because, I mean, I suppose on one hand, you know, people would suspect her less because she's so young, but on the other hand, she might be converted. Not to mention, I don't think she has any training in, like, undercover missions. So, I mean, maybe. Hard to say. Perhaps their idea is, like, she might be too much of a annoyance to handle. Let's send her on this mission. If she's successful, we gain a lot of information on the hero of Erebonia. If she's not successful, then we get rid of a potential problem. That's maybe what's going on. I'm not sure. They did say that Rogan was like adamant about having her dismissed. I'm guessing he's not a big fan of having Lavi in the military and doing stuff, I guess. Probably has some personal, you know, opinions. Then we have this guy with his fucking purple-ass looking ass, motherfucking looking ass, hair streaks. Like, what even is that? Actually, like, what even is that? I have a feeling this guy might end up perishing. I'm just saying. We kind of learned that he's like the good guy, the very straight and narrow kind of good guy who likes the main character. And I would not be surprised if he like gets injured or ends up dying because of some reason. And then we have this girl, I suppose. Something's weird about her face. I'm not gonna lie, something about the way they designed her. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the eyes. It just feels weird somehow. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but like it just feels weird. But yeah, we saw her doing some stuff with the sniper. I kind of suspect her in a way because anyone who's really good at fighting or shooting or anyone who's really good at anything often has a background that they don't really tell people. There's more to them than they let on, essentially. So I have a little bit of suspicion on this character. Didn't see much of this guy, the hero. I think his name was like Glark or something. It wasn't like Clark Kent. It was like a Glark with a G, I think. But yeah, we didn't really see much of him. He just kind of sat there menacingly. They fought. This guy hesitates. We don't yet know why exactly. You know, I took it as he might have some feelings for Lavi, but maybe it could be something else. Maybe he is just soft. I don't know. My logic of any Jaeger here who doesn't have their helmet off is complete background character, and anyone who does have their helmet off is an important character. That theory is very prevalent here, if you've noticed. Every person who has their helmet off is an important character, everyone who doesn't is not. I wonder if there's something to this performance here, like some sort of hidden message, or like insinuation or reference. Not too sure. This kind of reminds me of Bleu Blanc, in some ways, but like, I don't know. Could have just been like B-roll. Wait, hang on. Ooh, I did not even see this before. I didn't really notice, but someone activated an art here, or some sort of ability, and then the guy gets controlled. Ah, what can we see from this half a second thing here? It seems like the outfit, it's like a red sleeve. I can't really think of any kind of red sleeve. Only red sleeve I can think of is the Thor's Military Academy uniform, which unlikely. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we've seen anyone who dresses, who has dressed in any sort of red. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I should have known. I should have fucking known. There was one person who wore a goddamn red suit. Or like a whatever the fuck this is. Of course there was. I forgot. What was it? What was his name? Campanella? Fucking asshole douchebag, dude. I haven't seen much of this guy. He hasn't appeared in the Cold Steel series, but he did appear in the previous Trails games. I think it was Campanella, yeah. Fucking cunt douchebag. But yeah, he definitely has some insane, like, powers. Takes control of the guy and then drives the car towards this meeting, I'm guessing. The society doesn't really work like that. They don't really try to straight up assassinate people. It's more like, most likely, it could be, well, maybe that's what they were trying to do, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were simply trying to test Lavi or something along those lines, just to see who steps up here. Who do they have to look out for? But we don't know yet. We saw here Lavi's mother, I believe. The photo, the frame, glass has been cracked. I'm guessing this is the grandfather. They don't really show his face much. And then here she's like,
I promise. I will save Northumbria.
I will save Northumbria. I'm guessing like her grandfather's ideals shaped her mind, I guess, in a way, growing up. Because, you know, her grandfather was a hero and so on and so forth. I also find, you know, the idea of her grandfather abandoning Northumbria, it's a little, like, I don't usually jump to conclusions or assume something based off of one person's testimony, I guess. There's always more than one side to every story. Wouldn't be surprised if either he was driven out of Northumbria or he left because of some other reason. We also had this. This thing reminds me of the Arcus the Arcus units. Maybe it's like some sort of different version, like an older version of the Arcus. I wonder what the deal with this was. Remember I said that I feel like anyone who's skilled at anything specific, like sniping, might have more to them than meets the eye, right? Why is she like, you know, looking at her through the scope? You know, and then she's looking all kind of like, maybe I should shoot her. That's what I'm saying, right? If Campanella was the one controlling the vehicle, the truck, intending to go blow up the meeting, she could be here, also an agent for Campanella, being like, do I shoot her or do I help her stop the truck? This could be like foreshadowing to her being a double agent, I guess. Or, well, not a double agent, but like just a spy for the society. Why would they show this fake out of her aiming at Lavi and then pulling the trigger, and then even she bends her back, I guess. You know, like this, like she got shot, but she didn't, right? Why would they even do this fake out in the first place? This reeks of some sort of reference. I'm guessing they put this in to kind of like indicate, ooh, maybe she is a spy. But, you know, we don't know. We're gonna have to see. I definitely should have written her name down, but I'm sure we'll hear her name in the later episodes. Now that I think about it, she looks familiar. Yeah, I suppose the one thing that I didn't really like here was this whole thing where they shot the tower like... I mean, what is that? You know, like, come on. That's some straight-ass bullshit. I feel like they could have done so much better here. They didn't have to do this. I mean, you could definitely feel that they held back on the budget on this episode, like animating things. This is like a very basic-ass... When she was shooting this tower in the first place, as well as the truck driving in general, you know, in 3D and stuff. You know, they couldn't even do like bullet holes or anything. They just did like flashes of Lavi shooting this tower. Literally doing nothing. The bullet's literally bouncing off this metal, I guess, or steel. And then the tower just starts falling. And then the top of the tower just falls off somehow. Because of course, kind of bullshit, not gonna lie. I'm definitely very interested to see how this mission is gonna go, because going to Erebonia and finding out more about the Hero of Erebonia, I mean, getting close to Reen probably would not be that difficult. You know, just find him, approach him, be like, hey, you're the Hero of Erebonia, eh? And he'd be like, yeah. And then you'd be like, hey, wanna be friends? And he'd be like, yeah, sure, I don't mind. And then next thing you know, you're fighting him, and you end up with a massive hole in your chest. I mean, it is what it is, you know? It be what it do. I'm definitely very interested to see, like, how exactly Lavi and Reen are going to meet. Lavi definitely seems... Well, we haven't really started exploring her character yet. I'm sure once she meets Reen and potentially some other characters, we'll see more of her struggle, I guess. As well as probably, like I said, I think this woman, I think she's a spy of some kind. She's too good with a sniper, and that whole fake out with her shooting Lavi, but not really shooting Lavi, it just seems too on the nose, you know? That's been episode 2 of The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, Northern War. These episodes go by very quickly, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.